That's what we need right there.
All right, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another one catch mini lesson. So today, it's actually a pretty cool lesson. It's a very simple lesson. And man, I love technology in kayaks. I think it's cool. I think diversity is awesome. You know, celebrating everyone's style is what we should really be all about in this country. It doesn't matter if you want to go get $20,000 worth of electronics and a power pole and a torpedo and everything that you want, live scope, whatever, on your kayak, or if you just want to fish with 3 rods and a couple tackle boxes and a paddle kayak, you know, and that's it. It should all be celebrated and respected equally because they both have their time and place. And so today, this technique is actually something you can use in conjunction with a motor, because a motor can't do this little trick that I'm going to show you. And it helped me catch a fish right here. I'm fishing for smallmouth in a river here, and I want to make sure, I've always preached this in all my lessons, you know, in virtual classes that I do, or anywhere I'm teaching people, seminars. You want to keep your bait in the strike zone as long as possible, and you know, to do that, I basically have to make sure, it's all about boat positioning, making sure your kayak is put into a position where your cast is going to go across, you know, the strike zone and stay in that strike zone. So in a river, a lot of times, and a lake, but in a river, a lot of times that strike zone is going to be on the bank. So you want to hug the bank, use the kayak for what, you know, what it can do that a boat can't. It can get right on the bank. I mean, right on the bank, not you know, 5, 6, 8 feet off the bank. I mean, right on the bank. And so you can make casts parallel along that bank on undercut roots and boulders that are there, and the fish could come out and ambush. So in this particular situation, I'm throwing a topwater plopper style bait. I throw it past this point, but before I do this, you'll notice I make a couple what's called a draw stroke with my paddle. So you see what I'm saying? A motor cannot move you directly sideways. It always needs to take you forward, you know, to move left or right. You got to still be moving forward left or right. So a paddle, there's something called a pry stroke and a draw stroke, and right now this is a draw stroke. I'm drawing my kayak towards the bank, okay? And you need the proper kayak. So in this particular situation, a very maneuverable kayak, a lighter weight kayak like the Crescent kayak Shoaly that I designed, that I fish out of, is perfect because your boat's going to be able to move laterally with just some paddle strokes like this. A big heavy boat, it's not going to be that easy to do. To be honest with you, it's going to be kind of challenging. You're going to wear yourself out all day moving yourself, because I use this technique a lot during the day, whether I'm using a motor or not. I've always had my paddle out on my lap and I'm pulling myself closer to the bank if I'm fishing a bank like that, a paralleling structure. So anyway, as you can see, I make a cast across kind of the point, but then the contour of the bank cuts in a little bit. So that's why I move myself closer to keep my boat right there so that my bait can stay about 2 or 3 feet away from that bank, that undercut root, kind of steeper bank, the entire cast. Because I don't know if I'm going to get bit right at the boat or further out, which I did on this cast, right kind of around the point. So this fish hits it. It's like a 20 and a half, 20 and a quarter inch smallmouth. And that see, she's hooked good, so I just boat flip her in. Oh, geez, 20 and a quarter. 20 and a quarter, baby.
That's what we need right there.
See ya, girl. Go. There you go. Wow, what a beast. But you can see my bait was going to continue on along that bank, you know, 2, 3 feet away, because I can use my rod to obviously to steer it, to keep it right along that bank. It forces them to react to it and ambush it. So you can see that was the idea that was going to happen. But I want to just show this clip because I don't even think about doing it. I just do it. And so many of you guys out there, I know, have never even thought about it, didn't know what a draw stroke is with your paddle. But I'm telling you right now, it will help you catch more fish. And it doesn't cost thousands and thousands of dollars. It's just a simple paddle. I was using a Bending Branches Angler Pro, and it's all about learning how to use that paddle. So hopefully that helped you guys catch a few more fish this year. Will help you catch a few more fish. And that's been your one catch mini lessons for today.